Tommy Lee Jones was nominated for his role in The Valley of Elah. In the Best Actress category, Ellen Page took home a nomination for her performance in Juno, while Cate Blanchett was nominated for her role in Elizabeth the Golden Age.
And give it to you now, I totally would, but I'm guessing it looks probably like a sea monkey right now. I should let it get a little cuter.
President of the Academy, Sid Ganis, spoke with us about what it takes to get an Oscar show off the ground.
This is it. This is a month and 2 days before Oscar Day. So now it's work, 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 work.
Producer Gil Cates also spoke to us about the hardships of the continuing writers' strike. What's the plan here?
I think it's a very good question. And as I think I said, there are 25 awards given, and 4 are given for writers. And the bulk are given for Best Director, Best Picture, Cinematography, Editing, etc., etc. So that the actual show itself is pretty much the same show. It's just what we do with 4 acting categories. And I think if a strike does continue, and if there is a picket line, I think some actors may cross the picket line, some may not. And for those that cross, won't that be nice? They'll get an Oscar, and for those that don't, won't it be sad? They'll just see a picture of themselves, but that's the way it'll be.
Stay tuned February 24th to see who takes home the Oscar Gold. From the University of Southern California, I'm Allie Wiseman for OSTN News.
Like many college towns, Gainesville, Florida has its share of athletes and sports enthusiasts. But one group of guys with a passion for competition chose something a little off the beaten path. They call themselves the Florida Strongmen. And as Jeremiah Thermidor shows you, they work hard to live up to the name.
Come on, Scott. Hips.
They come in different shapes and sizes, but they try to lift the same amount of weight. This amateur strongman group in Gainesville, known as the Florida Strongmen, train in the backyard every weekend to compete in strength athletic competitions in the state and around the country.
It's not like going into the gym with shiny, pretty bars and people trying to, see who can look best in the Speedo. This is just, pure manhood. You see something heavy and pick it up.
Picking up heavy objects like this 300-pound metal log and flipping tires which can weigh over 800 pounds help some of these athletes compete in their own individual sports.
It's helped a lot with my explosiveness and just overall strength, and keeps your body from breaking down.
What I have in my hand is a kettlebell. It weighs 35 pounds and is just a small version of the kettlebell that this Florida Strongman group utilizes each Sunday. And my arms feel like they're about to break. The kettlebells these guys use weigh up to 200 pounds. They lift them over their shoulders and launch them as far as possible for their strength-building workouts. Not only do they lift heavy objects, but they construct them on their own.
It makes you, it makes you stronger, so it's nice to know that your equipment worked, and also it's just cool to use something that came out of your brain in your hands.
This apparatus is called a sled, and it can weigh up to 300 pounds. The guys make this sled using a 3-inch rope, a 60-pound rectangular piece of wood, and a tire. They pull it 80 feet sitting on the hot road.
It's fun to make something, sweat while you make it, and then sweat while you train with it.
These guys fully appreciate the perks of training in the backyard.
It's good to be able to focus on what you really need to do. So it's nice to have a training facility where it's just us doing our thing with the people that can give you, good feedback on what you're doing.
But what these guys appreciate the most is the vocal encouragement.
Come on, man. Go. Get it. You go, Rasa. Come on, push it.
There you go. And they probably need the motivation to pick up all those heavy objects. Jeremiah Thermidor, University of Florida, for OSTN News.
It's time now for our OSTN News Poll. Leading up to the Democratic primaries in South Carolina, Senators Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton went at each other's throats. We asked Clevelanders for their thoughts on these feisty exchanges.
Well, they need to talk about the issues. If they don't have anything to say about the issues, I don't know what they're in the campaign for, and if they want to be there just for the sport of arguing, then they should probably go take a debate class somewhere.
I feel it's a no-win situation because if you can't come to terms and a mediation, there's no degree of self-respect for either party. So if they're going to keep on doing that type of thing, there's going to be no win on both parties.
Do you think you would watch the debates more if they would just focus on the issues rather than attacking each other?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if they focus more on the issues. Yeah, I would watch it more, but seeing something like that would turn me off.
What would you like to see the candidates talk about in their debates?
Healthcare, just more programs for minorities.
I hope Hillary couldn't win.
I'm actually not even sure who I'm voting for at this point.
Do you lean towards Hillary or Barack?
I like Dennis and Ron Paul.
Oh.
I'd rather vote for someone that's really going to concentrate on the problems we have in this country. So that's what I would rather vote for.
So would you rather see a candidate who's going to talk about topics related to you rather than just their opponents?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's right. But some people are just out for themselves, and that's it.
It's more for the people and not for the party. So with them going at it with their own personal issues, it's a no-win situation.
If they had something to say, then you vote for them. I mean, if they're actually getting work done. If they don't have anything to stand on, then why vote for them?
That's why it's so hard to try to pick who you really want to vote for, because they are so much attacking each other and not attacking the issues.
There's more OSTN news after the break. Stick around.
When you listen to the radio, do you ever think, I could be a DJ?
It's practically tradition to work at the college radio station. UNC's Claire Williamson takes a look at one student fulfilling his DJ destiny.
It's 6:15. Do you know where your local DJ is?
So you might be getting chilly, but hopefully we're warming you up with some...
Chris Clayman is in UNC's WXYC radio station. Clayman and other new DJs drag themselves out of bed once a week, sometimes as early as 3 a.m., to prove their commitment to the job in hopes of making it to prime time.
Basically, I have to pay my dues, and the way to do that is to come in early and kind of take the graveyard shift.
Clayman stays busy finding new songs and creating new playlists. With only floor-to-ceiling CDs to keep him company, he's had to learn to adjust to a lonely existence.
You're solitary, and you kind of just got to deal with it that way. I mean, it's not really much of a vibe because it's just you and the mic.
Even though it's still dark outside when his voice hits the airwaves, there are some bright spots in Clayman's shift. He looks forward to a call from one devoted listener who makes a request each and every morning.
She always calls me and requests the Beach Boys or Dolly Parton or something crazy. She's this older woman, and if you don't play it, she'll call back again and again and again.
The history of WXYC's 30-year run is evident throughout the office in the form of old posters and flyers. And Clayman knows how special it is to be a part of it, although he won't be sad when the clock runs out on his early morning gig in a few weeks.
I'm really happy that it's ending pretty soon here.
When that time comes, hitting the snooze button will be music to his ears. From UNC Chapel Hill, this is Claire Williamson for OSTN News.
Well, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching OSTN News.
You can get your OSTN news anytime by going to OSTN.tv. Thank you for watching, and stay classy, Cleveland.